Meeting his mom's friend. Greg was at the local hardware store buying stuff when he saw Rebecca, a good friend of his mom's. He had been in love with her for a long time, and even now, at 21 and fresh out of freshman year, he found her attractive despite her years. Rebecca? Greg, how's it going? They had a little chat. I'm looking for a replacement light fixture. I'm not sure how I'm going to put it in. Problem is, there's no tall man around, Rebecca teased. She had been divorced for several years, and Greg was interested in her personal life. Would you like me to come in? Would you want me to? He was happy to help and relished any opportunity to admire her curves, and especially the beautiful hollow between her breasts that she was showing off that afternoon. He came by in the afternoon. She showed him the ceiling light fixture and stepladder in the garage. The job was finished in no time. Thank you, darling. Come sit down. We haven't talked in a while. They sat down on the couch where she asked about his personal life at school and then made a joke. I'm sure you're breaking hearts on campus. He asked about her life and learned she had no one. Yeah, finding a nice guy at my age is a little hard. Greg was stunned by her candor and smiled embarrassedly at her. Greg, can I ask you something cheeky? You were in love with me, weren't you? He blushed and was silent for a moment. Then his courage was restored. Still in love, I suppose. Now it was her turn to blush. He could see that she was gaining courage. Rebecca turned to him and they looked at each other. Do you have something else for me? Taking his hand, she continued. Sometimes two people can have, an affair, no strings attached. An affair that can end amicably. He had no trouble understanding what she was getting at, and he saw his chance. Greg put his arms around her and just kissed her. Not hard, more to appreciate. When Rebecca's heart raced harder, she kissed him back, sticking her tongue out slightly. She placed his hand on her breast. No commitment. Soon he took off his shirt, followed by his top. It all happened quickly, and both were in bed. It wasn't long before he called out her name. Now it was her turn. I learned something in college, he said, laying Rebecca on her back. Oh my goodness, Greg! She giggled, experiencing a pleasure she hadn't had in years. When it happened, Rebecca sat with her head resting on his shoulder, enjoying the bliss after a session of passionate lovemaking. She gave him a long kiss, no strings attached.